All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? This is good Grandmaster Revan here, and you're watching the Anonymous Liberty Media. I am Grandmaster Revan. I'm the founder of ALM, and my guest tonight is Kurt Wolf, my good brother in arms here. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Zero's doing great over here. The whole reason why I wanted to sit down live with you for a moment is because I personally wanted you and the viewers to pick up their 50-gallon drum of salt and start picking out their grains and begin conversation for a moment. Just like I said, pick up your 50-gallon drum of salt, put it next to you, and start picking out grains. Here we go. Now, more or less, I want to point back to like I was stating in your previous broadcast before I said, hey, why don't we just go do this live? More or less, whenever the Roswell Observatory got shut down and the post office got shut down because something was happening with the sun. Okay, so last week sometime I brought more information to ALM and TWWRN about an internet shutdown that was coming. Now, think about this. If we go back to the dates, and it was September 19th of last month, and let's think about it. If it takes light 7 minutes to travel from the sun to the earth, to conserve going light from the sun, it took a month. Now, make sure your stuff is still here. There's a story behind a story behind us about everything that went about the YouTube shutdown. And all in all, it was the basic cover-up of everything that went down, and they made sure to have a story behind the story to cover up this story, to cover up that story, to have this story make sure. And like I stated, until about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I didn't find besides something ran into the moon. This is why YouTube got shut down. I go look it up, and now I find this other story of this. Let me make sure I do verbatim. Like I said, I had the stuff pulled up here that I had you read out. The Pakistani government did something about this, as well as having a link directly for this is how you get to YouTube, and it made everybody crash. So they turned because of this story to cover up a story, to cover up a story, to cover up a story, to make sure people go back and research due diligence and use basic logic, basic sense to actually consider, maybe this story we heard about, this plausibility of conspiracy theory might not be conspiracy theory, it might be conspiracy considered.
It is true that they need to look into that
because this is like we went back on one of our own. Gather your dots before you connect them.
Yeah, it's let me go over this thing again here. To our listeners who are
yes, and I believe actually one of our other comrades in arms the information to me about the sun.
And ABC recorded, and an internet expert explained that Sunday's problem arose when Pakistani telecommunication company accidentally identified itself to internet computers as the world's fastest route to YouTube, but instead of serving up videos of skateboard dogs, it sent the traffic into oblivion. On Friday, the Pakistani Telecommunications Authority ordered 70 internet service providers access to YouTube.com because of anti-Islamic movies on the video sharing site, which it's owned by Google. Authorities did not specify what the offensive material was, but a PTA official said the ban concerned a trailer for the upcoming film by Dutch lawmaker Geert Wilders, who has said he planned to release a movie portraying Islam as fascist and proof to incite violence against women and homosexuals. The block was intended to cover only Pakistani, but it extended to about 2/3 of the world's internet population, starting at 1:47 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday, according to Renee's Corp at Manchester, New Hampshire, firm to keep track of pathways to internet for tele companies and other clients. So,
I believe I even pulled up the roundtable last month and said something about this during the roundtable. We can probably go back, and I haven't personally done due diligence on that point because I've been trying to run together everything else within the past 4 hours that I've come upon this information as I've gathered my dots and then started to connect them myself. The whole thing is that I believe that The Haunting actually brought this up originally, and I started looking into it. And I'm like, okay, this can be this way, this can be this way, and everything can be. Because if you look back, how did we make this jump in the 60s if it was not right after Roswell? Of infrared, ultrasonic, sonar. How do we make the jump right directly immediately after Roswell? You want to know how? The Greada Treaty. And those of you who don't know just type it in. The Greada Treaty. Greada Treaty.
If you look at Roswell in 47 and Kecksburg in 65.
Like I said, we're already deep. That's what I'm stating. How did we do it? Reverse engineer. It took roughly 15, 10, 20 years to reverse engineer the technology so that it can be humanly conscious capable so that our brains don't explode like you giving your Xbox One 14th century kid that has not even the ball string cup. It would make his brain explode.
I think from 47 to now,
the difference of understanding.
Pretty much connected. Yeah. I think right after the 47 crash in Roswell to now, I think we've been connected ever since and don't realize it. I think we've been fully connected since day one, since 1947. Now,
we've been connected.
Well, if you think about it for a moment,
go ahead.
We've had different technologies being brought up since 47. Okay. I mean, you look at the home computer, the computer, the biggest computer. You look at cell phones. You look at satellite dishes. You look at design of cars throughout the decades. They look so aerodynamic. And also, you look at tech now. I mean, as of right now, we got the shit so much within the last 80 years. I think, like, holy shit. A lot of shit's gone down since 47, brother.
Yeah, if I actually took the time to actually go through the lag monsters and the bots to actually tell you when the Greada Treaty was technically signed and made, shit, I could probably tell you. I'll go through it right now. I'll go look that up right now. Just that. Like, when was this officially signed? fighting lag monsters and bots at the moment?
I think it was done right at the time of the crash of 47. I mean, you got to think.
54. It was 1954.
Let's see here.
From what I see, it's 1954. So you're saying roughly 7 years after. Not even a full decade after. So in a sense, could have been within the same presidential term.
Yeah, because Roosevelt died in 45. Well, if you think about it, Roosevelt died in 45. Truman came in 45. About a month after FDR died, came in, and that was when the MJ-12 was founded, and it dealt with a lot of sexually with not just with the Nazi scientists and shit, but also you had the godfather of the V2 rocket, who started the NASA program and was into building these rockets. These rockets had their time, and same rocket design is being used when the shuttles came in. And for almost 40 years, the shuttle's been used since 1980, 79, 80 and shit. And I mean, a lot of footage of space been removed when
question.
Yeah.
It's a quick question on an unrelated topic. Whenever, and this is how we're doing this right now. Whenever you do live broadcasts, do you actually have a file? Do you actually receive a file to your computer? Well, I'm going to start filing a handful of yours like I do a handful of other people's. I'm going to start making a file. I already have a folder with a few files in it, like I'm going to interview and make that into a file. I'm going to take the videos that I've missed that I was there having a conversation with you, and I'm going to put them on a file. And then I'm going to personally upload them as well, if you don't mind, Grandmaster.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
So that no matter what, at some point in time, I can zip folder and be like, here's my files. And no matter what, if I get banned, if I get deleted from YouTube, guess what, YouTube? I still have the files. I can re-upload everything instantly and immediately become myself again, minus my music playlist that I have to go back and search and find and dive to find my music. But my files that I put on the internet are still in existence. Once again, because I revived my Shepard does. Shout out to General Shepard. General Shepard's the man. He's been attacked 9 times, been shot at 9 times. It's like he has final attack Phoenix as a gambit. Like RPG terms here. Final Fantasy 12, you get gambits where things happen automatically if something happens, and Final Fantasy 7 where you get final attack that allows you to die and do something, and final attack Phoenix, which basically the summon Phoenix where you attack and your entire party is revived. Final attack of Phoenix. Shout out to Grandmaster Shepard for 9 times.
Yeah, man. I gotta admit, I've killed General Shepard at least many times on Modern Warfare 2. So, man,
you know that from YouTube, brother.
Yeah.
You know that's just a little humorous behind it all.
Yeah, I mean, even though I play it again, he still comes back, but I gotta kill him again. Comes back, gotta kill him again. Comes back, gotta kill him again. What the fuck? He ain't dead. So I mean, you look at how I want to go back to this YouTube outage from last night. I was on my computer. I was playing on a game, and I do this every night. I'll be on my computer. I'll play a game for a while. Then I'll watch. While I'm doing that, I'll watch a video on YouTube. And last night it started to get really funky. Like, I couldn't play video. Couldn't like error 404, error 5, like what the fuck? So I had to restart my Xbox at least two or three times to see what's up. And I didn't realize until later. So I was like, okay, whatever. Just but until it got back up, I watched a video on YouTube and mentioned a outage of YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck, And the mention of a video of a video of the moon getting hit and chunks was flying everywhere. Well, we didn't see that footage. All we saw was a night vision footage by Daisy Daisy, who put up on YouTube, and everybody has this footage. And there was no moon, but it was a comet or asteroid that flew. But I mean, many questions.
Saw something that relates to what you were just talking about the moon getting hit and debris flying from it. But I saw that later, but I saw that before, and whenever I saw it before, as a few months old. So I didn't believe the exact same footage that I saw marked as a few months old that suddenly popped up in a new occurrence search as this is the evidence of it was hit, because I saw the exact same footage like 6 months ago on the search feed that I was searching. Yes. The one where you actually see the daylight sky and the moon get hit and then debris come off of it, it was pre-marked 6 months ago. And then I saw it again later, the exact same video, because I was looking at last night for a reason, for a few legitimate reasons, more than one, obviously, why YouTube would go down, because we can now use our phone, even my dead phone, even my dumb phone that doesn't have a browser on it, because I disabled browser, I disabled all the browser stuff, has a cam video that I can text. Yes, I know. I can text a video, upload it to YouTube, what I saw, big day and age where everyone in possession.
Yeah. I mean, everybody now is going. I mean, they're kind of not so much a computer bunch, but everybody's on their smartphones and they're uploading shit like crazy. They can do a video anywhere or someplace, and they'll upload it to their device onto YouTube. I mean, I've done it many times, and I would do a video.
The whole point why I bring this up. The whole point why I bring this up is because it's just like this quote I heard from somewhere. I know we're stepping over each other. I think there's a lag somewhere, but this quote I heard from somewhere. If more than something, it is not an illusion. But I don't know who said this. And the whole thing is you see something unbelievably spectacular, you catch footage of it, and then you show it to at least one other individual to prove to yourself that you are not seeing an illusion, that you are not crazy.
I remember at 5 years old, This was 1981. I saw my first UFO at 5 years old, and this was about 8 o'clock at night, and it was like just sitting there. It was kind of like a orangey grayish color with like 4 windows around, like oval, almost oval shaped windows around on 4 sides, and it looks like a flying lantern. And it is a very I mean, a lot of people would forget this, seeing their first experience of seeing a UFO. Some would remember, some would forget. I remembered 37 years ago. I was 5 years old, and sometimes you cannot forget this. Some would forget, some would remember, even from that day that they seen it the first time. They don't talk about it. Some do talk about it. Some don't, because out of fear. I mean, it is talked about through hypnosis, and I don't need hypnosis to say this shit. I've been there, done that, seen that 37 years ago. I remember it till
I have encounter stories. I don't need hypnosis to remember either. I got 2 encounter stories.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember this stuff. I have 2 encounter stories. A family and I, we were living in, this is back whenever I had to be about 10, 11. All right. So we was living in this little trailer park. It was a little trailer park. There was only like 12 in a little section of a cube. So the whole thing is that us and the family behind us came. They were with us because we was looking at this weird star that was in the sky next to the moon that kind of went up, down, around, and everything like that. There was no way we was out here more than 30 minutes looking at the sky. We both go back inside. We walked outside like 11:45. We go back inside. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And we all agreed there's no way we spent more than 30 minutes outside. There was like 6 people outside with us, including myself. My second encounter story happened. Somebody said, "You guys need to come outside. I see UFO."
Oh, dang.
My buddy, he was outside doing, but he suddenly burst through the front door, and he was like, "You guys need to come outside. I see UFOs." And we came outside, and there was little white dots streaming around the. All of a sudden, it's like they realized that more than paying attention to them, then they all just darted off real quick.
About nearly over 20 years ago, this was 97 in Arizona, and they had that mass sighting of UFOs in Arizona, and it was a V shape, and the military said, "Oh, those were strobe lights. Those were flashes, whatever you call it." And so like that, they're shot up, and then all of a sudden they fall. These lights were up. They stood up, and people in Arizona saw this shit. And at the time, the government at the time was so fucking stupid, and that he had this press conference and said, "We found him. We arrested an alien." and a dumbass come out in a suit and handcuffs. And I mean, this was the biggest insult to everybody's intelligence. This fucking governor, this piece of shit. Oh yeah, and the military comes out saying, well, those were strobes. Those were like flares, like flare lights. No, flares are shot up, the halo for a little bit, then drop, and then drop. So I mean, it was a very insane thing. I mean, the military would lie and say that it was an exercise. These were flares. They were not flares. Okay, the light on this aircraft was up. It did not fall down. It was a V-shaped line, and those lights were freaking up. Okay, no flares would be up that long. Okay, flares are shot up and then drop. Okay, that's it. The military was full of shit, and I mean, you have to be pretty stupid to think that you're gonna fool the people who saw the lights in the sky. Okay, that's up. They ain't coming down. They're on. It's an aircraft, not a goddamn flare. A flare will be shut up, then. There has been cases where even over 100 plus years ago, people have seen UFOs. And there's a case where an alien was buried at a funeral and baptized as a Christian. A Christian alien.
Is not an illusion.
It's not an illusion, man. I mean, the thing is, the media plays well.
You're an idiot.
Don't give me this shit, you fake news motherfucker. What if people say they see? If there's a mass sighting of a UFO,
yes, there's been cases.
It ain't
thousands of years ago reported.
It ain't two persons. It ain't three. It's a whole entire fucking a neighborhood, a block. Okay.
There's paintings of where they're sitting in the sky.
Hell yeah.
Angels.
And you know, it's very funny how now myself, I do believe in paranormal. I do. Okay, I do. I believed in it since I was a kid. Saw my first ghost. It was crazy, but it was a head. So I was not even 5 years old yet, and I see his head, a white head, nose. I mean, it's like it looked like it came from a painting. Okay, but it looked like a fucking real head and shit, you know. And I was like, what the fuck? And in my room, I'm seeing like crazy fucking shit. Crazy shit. And damn. You know, I mean, words cannot express of what I saw. No words can explain or express on how I fucking felt. So I mean,
yes, I'd like to briefly express something real quick. I completely understand.
Oh crap! I think we're getting fucked with here. I think we're getting fucked with here. Really, really fucked with. Holy shit. I think he's gone. He's back. He's back and back from his commercials. And back from his commercials. Are you there, brother? It looks like we're getting totally fucked with. I have a damn feeling we're getting fucked with here big time.
Daggum lag monster. Okay, so let me spit this out real quick. I totally understand, and you understand personal, private conversation about this. We've had personal, can you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not working, is it?
It seems
you hear me now?
that somebody's really... Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Adamant about not letting somebody that come down his speed for most people to understand it, because I am that I can't technically call this paranormal. I have to call this psionics, because I am at the level where I actually understand and have always been within this realm digit age. This is how come I dumb myself. I can at least try to explain to these double digit leveled people, these few triple digit level people from of somebody who's nearly at level 2 teach these double digits, and people who are below level 300 to get to level 300, or you in your case to get to level 700 Grandmaster. Here we have to literally slow down and go down to their vibrational level and state things, and it's difficult to use words.
It's basically we gotta be in cruise control. Full cruise control to tell people this shit. Not full speed, not warp speed, cruise control. Just cruising the vistas of knowledge to these people. And we are definitely getting really fucked with, ladies and gentlemen. Really getting fucked with here. Big time. I think we're getting holy shit. I think we're getting fucked with here. Definitely getting fucked with. Oh man, this is. I am getting so tired of this. You know, I'm tired of getting fucked with, and my guests are getting booted, pissing me off. Talking about important things, all of a sudden we're getting fucked with. So getting fucked with big time. Getting tired of this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems we're getting fucked with here on the Anonymous Liberty Media. And my good buddy, my brother in arms, Kursuru, is I think he's being booted. Want to check here if he's okay. And make sure that want to be sure that he's good. Make sure that things are good here. It's 11:02 is October 17th, 2018, and we are. It is Wednesday, October 17th. It's a lag monster. It's getting really fucked with. It's the lag monster, my ass. It's somebody's fucked with us big time. Somebody's not liking. Somebody using the lag thing to fuck us and shit. Don't like it, but we're getting put the foot with big time and shit. Holy crap. Well, we're talking about this title of the video is Conspiracy Theories Talk. Talking about conspiracy theories. And it is going to be a I don't know how long video it's going to be if we could bring in Curse Zero here. And hopefully we could bring him in. He could bring in and do it because he was in a statement that he was talking, and all of a sudden it's kind of a lagging bit here. So I want to get to a channel here that we're talking about the
And words,
hey brother,
and words are difficult to use because most of this stuff is not a vibration. Most of this stuff is a conscious frequency of understanding. It is not a vocal vibration through the sound waves. It is a different kind of frequency to understand this, to complete my statement that I fought through the lag monster's belly to spit out of my mouth. Because I am a warrior.
As I was saying to our viewers, that I think that somebody's fucked with us big time, brother.
Exactly, man. They don't like it whenever I've actually sitting here.
I found a video here. It's by God Rules. It's done 2 hours ago. It's let me see here. It's a video. It's a 10-minute video. It's on YouTube, and it mentions on the real reason that YouTube was taken down. So we're gonna go to this video here.
Yeah, I apologize for all that, Grandmaster, but goodness, they do not like it whenever I'm sitting here speaking and I'm breaking.
No, they don't, brother. They don't.
Stuff that should not.
Whenever somebody is afraid of something.
Last night, many people have been theorizing as to what happened with YouTube and why was it out for an entire hour. And actually, a number of theories have come up. One of which is you're probably already familiar with this moon theory. There was allegedly a video of an official claiming that something was going to hit the moon, and it was a video that was allegedly going viral. And yet, no one has been able to provide any evidence of this alleged video that allegedly was viral. And we have nothing been uploaded since then. I haven't been able to find anything. A lot of the channels that have made videos on this theory haven't provided any evidence of it either. So I kind of wonder if that was just not the truth. And obviously there's...
That is not me. That is a bot. Kick them, Grandmaster. Kick that person right now. I apologize for interrupting you. Kick this person right now. That is not me.
Obviously they haven't provided any proof either. So that doesn't exactly help either. So we still have no evidence of what really happened last night. YouTube was claiming that they were actually updating something with their studio software on the platform. That could just be a cover, so we don't really know. Now, there is one theory that seems to make a little bit more sense. Of course, we recently had the keys for ICANN that were changed. Now, a lot of people don't really understand this. It's sort of not something that really people talk about a lot. I've noticed here on YouTube. It's the fact that 2 years ago, the previous president handed over the keys to the domain names to the internet to an international corporation under the United Nations. Not exactly America anymore. And of course, a lot of people were talking about this as being a very bad thing.
That shutdown I won Friday.
Eventually, that news sort of went by the wayside. People forgot about it. Now, of course, now we've recently changed the keys. There's 7 people who control the internet through an international corporation under the United Nations.
The IFCC.
These 7 keys were recently changed. Just imagine if you had a house, and this house is the internet, and you rented it out or gave it to another person, and then they changed the keys and the locks on the house. Of course, you're not going to be able to get in from there, right?
My asshole.
So, with this being in mind, considering all the things that we've seen in the last 2 years, have you noticed a little bit of a change in the last 2 years with the internet, particularly social media sites, cracking down, not allowing certain content, deleting channels, canceling channels? We had the Facebook 800 purge recently. Probably had about 20 of these events now. They just seem to never end.
This is the idea of net neutrality appeared.
Keys being handed over to this international corporation.
Connecting dots before gathering before you connect them.
Control over the internet.
Oh yeah, man.
Gather those dots before you connect them all.
Our best interest in mind, let's just put it that way, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking it might be. Of course, there's, like I said, it could be this Ghost Squad they claim to have basically hacked too, but
Ghost Squad.
There's also some weird theory about Jake Paul. I don't really believe this one either. They're claiming that Jake Paul will somehow YouTube by getting too many views, which is just
fuck
silly.
Jake Paul.
And it's not really Jake Paul. It's actually Shane Dawson, who's been talking about Jake Paul for the last 5
Jake Paul can such my dick.
Do you mind jumping to another subject, Grandmaster?
Interesting videos here and there, but he's been talking about Jake Paul, pretty obsessed.
Fuck Jake Paul. I can suck my
What
dick.
do you think about this new NPC thing?
I think it's funny as shit, really. I mean, it's fucking funny. I mean, you got these assholes thinking, oh, it's a bot. My God, it's a fucking bot. We gotta boot these cucks. Okay, get the fuck out of here, bots. They're getting trolled, man. These fuckers are getting trolled. That attorney, that porn lawyer got trolled by 4chan. That stupid motherfucker saying, I did not get trolled. Bullshit, motherfucker. Your ass got scammed by 4chan, bitch. That motherfucker
I'm attempting to set something over here as a screenshot for a moment, Grandmaster, like you do. I'm attempting to set something up as a screenshot over here. I wonder if it'll work.
I mean, it is fucking hilarious that their attempt to censor, and they're saying, well, the reason we're purging them because they're bots. No, because they're people who are spreading the truth, and you don't like it, and you're calling it bots. You dumb fuck. I mean, they're calling it bots. We're not bots. We are a information gathering people, so you could take it and shove it up your ass, you son of a bitch.
Okay, Grandmaster, this is the pilot test. This is the pilot test to see if I can make something appear on a screenshot on the round table later. All right, here's the pilot test. And I know we're live and everything. Let's see if I can pull this off.
Okay.
All right, that's set up like that. That's going to be set up like this very shortly. Get this set up. Here we go. Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can get it to play now properly. It's working, right?
Yeah.
I fell before the sin of love, and maybe I'm an NPC, baby.
Thank you.
It's working, man.
Thank you, this guy. Whoever this guy is. Whoever that guy is. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I mean, the guy's a fucking genius, man.
Baby, I'm an NPC, baby. I might not be a sentient being. I'm happy to be just a thing. But maybe I'm an NPC, baby.
Okay, I have to stop that. I have to stop that before we get in too much trouble here. Let me figure out how to stop all of this at the same time.
Well, what it is that they're fake channels, but they're not bots. They're trolls. They're trolling people for a reason, and it is a fucking funny shit. Is that
Right.
you got Google and you got YouTube? I mean, you got Facebook and you got Twitter purging 800 people singing, "Well, the reason we're doing it because they're bots." No, fucker, you're getting trolled, motherfucker.
AJ of IW has put out a contest for the best NPC meme.
Yeah, I mean, it is very funny. Funny that you have people creating channels, Twitter and Facebook pages to troll people. They're getting trolled, and you're not doing it to be a bot. You're doing it to troll people to piss them off. Hey, trolling is not you're trolling you're trolling down a string. No, you're
A troll is
trolling
different from a bot.
dumbass motherfuckers, not just online, but you're pissing off the SJWs and shit, and you're pissing off people of Facebook and Twitter because you ain't no bot. You're trolling motherfuckers. And I mean, I mean, look, I've done at least 2 or 3 videos talk about trolls. Okay, and I think that trolls are pretty funny as shit. They are comedians, jokesters, and who are online. I mean, you could be in a game playing a multiplayer, just fucking with people and shit, or you could be online trolling some dumb motherfucker and shit, and just see how far you could piss them off. But it looks like the trolls piss off somebody at Twitter and Facebook and booed at least 800 of them and shit, you know. So, I mean, they're not understanding that. What's NPC? Non-playable character, you fucking cunt.
Right.
Non-playable character.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
And
Yeah, I just want to make a quick statement. I don't know if I've ever had personal time to physically do this on any of the roundtables or any of the ALMs or anything, but find me on Facebook, Darth Neo YLK, DARTH NEO YLK, no spaces, straight up. Just I will talk to you. I don't care. I'm 36-hour shifts, 36-hour days here. 10 days in a work week, all the time, constant resistant warrior. I don't mind talking to you, giving you information to bring you up a few levels within this mental, physical, spiritual war, to use words of Prodigy, who was killed by the establishment because who in the world chokes on a piece of meat inside of a hospital and dies? How does that even happen? How does that even happen?
That's same as Easy-E dying. First he goes in the hospital, claiming problems with his respiratory system, his breathing. Then all of a sudden, he was sent from the first floor to the second floor, then all of a sudden the third floor, because how do you go from ammonia to AIDS
Batman knows.
all within what?
Yeah, something crazy like that. But Batman knows a lot about ODB's technical death. Something about ODB never took pharmaceuticals or anything. Then he was complaining about he hurt his knee because he had jumped off of stage. I don't know if this is exactly the story, but somebody just handed him a random cup and he drunk it because being a good celebrity, fan hands you something, you take it. If you think that it should be a fan, but technically it wasn't a fan. It was a setup, and he OD'd on something that night.
I was watching the Jimmy Kimmel show one day on YouTube, and it mentioned on that he easily died like Eazy-E. You know, the whole the age thing, the take a syringe with blood that's tainted in a syringe, and you poke them, and they won't know, they won't expect it, but that's how Izzy died. It was hit with a syringe full of blood that was tainted.
Now, this is another Batman thing. Batman states that mostly every celebrity that has any conspiracy around their death is true, except for Big Pun, because Big Pun accidentally committed suicide by eating too much. That's what happened to Big Pun. He accidentally committed suicide.
I don't think it was suicide. I think it was heart attack.
That's why I'm stating it was accidental. He had a heart attack because he just ate too much over his lifetime is what happened. It was an accidental oopsie. I did my bad.
He was about what, 650 pounds?
That's what I'm stating. That's the only one, according to Batman, that was not taken out by the establishment. It was an accidental oopsie by the person's behalf.
Now, I also want to get to...
There was never this East Coast, West Coast rapper thing. And they even tell you in personal interviews, they don't know what the media is talking about. And yes, I censored myself. They don't know what the media is talking about whenever they talk about this East Coast, West Coast pseudoscience.
I want to get to West and Donald Trump meeting. Now...
That was epic.
It was epic. It was historic, and you know, a lot of people complained. So what? That ain't like Obama having comment in the White House.
What are y'all talking about? Old school rappers?
We have
everything.
We have very talented people who have gone to the White House, from rappers to artists to poets and I mean, people from movies to music to sports to whatever, but went to the White House.
I may or may not have Batman here in a moment to iterate everything I just said from his direct words.
I will be very brief because I had to go to bed, but I will ask one question.
What's your question?
Is Grandmaster familiar with the second Wu-Tang group album, Wu-Tang Forever?
Have you heard of Wu-Tang Forever, the second Wu-Tang album?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God!
But I've there was I guess there was some subliminal lyrics in a couple of songs of the old records.
The whole thing is most of it wasn't subliminal. Most of it was right in front of your face directly through the poetry with the music.
There was very few choruses. It was all straight lyrics and metaphors.
It was all straight lyrics of metaphors, Batman states.
It was a double CD, like 27 tracks, and they didn't fuck up one track. They lost the Grammy to the establishment to Puff Daddy.
They lost the Grammy to Puff Daddy, which was, you said 27 tracks?
Yes.
27 tracks that were flawless, and they lost the Grammy to Puff Daddy.
And all his shit was 70s remixes.
Because all of his stuff was 70 remixes.
All their shit was original, but they fucking lost.
All their stuff was original, Batman states.
This is not just an album that you hear. That's the next fad. This is the album that fucking got them killed.
This is the album that got them killed, Batman states.
Off the commercial mainstream and
within the reality matrix that we were not living in at the point in time.
If you do one thing this year, in any way, shape, or form, get the Wu-Tang Forever double CD. It's been right before 9/11 happened, but they kept predicting it. I mean, some of the lines were like, U.S. Food and Drug Administration testing poison in prison population by occupation to stop the inauguration of Satan. That's like one fucking line out of the whole thing.
That's one line out of everything.
You remember the song Triumph where they went for 6 minutes straight and just annihilated fucking rhymes? A bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophy. So you're familiar with that track. So this is the album where every fucking track is like that. But everything was like, it's like the shit we're talking about now. They knew that shit 23 fucking years ago. How the fuck did they know that shit? But if you do one thing this fucking year, you can shit on every fucking rap album that's ever been created, but fucking come into that rap album.
That's why
if you got to go buy it, if you got to download it, doesn't matter what you got to do.
That's why I state poetry to music, man.
I mean, these guys are playing. They're playing violins. They got orchestras with horns and symphonies and everything. I mean, these guys are. This is not what you're hearing today. It's not the auto-tune bullshit that's synthesized. This is real, organic, creative music. With every lyric is a 9-letter vocabulary word with 809-letter vocabulary words in a row with no refrains. But after you heard the song for the 50th time, a little switch clicks and you realize what they were trying to say. But the 49th time, you won't get it.
That's like with the
49th time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like the NWA when they were doing
no. What I'm trying to tell you is NWA was ahead of its time. This shit is like NWA took fucking crack, acid, meth, and fucking bath salts at the same time while going fucking walking backwards, but still seeing them fucking behind them while they're walking backwards. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. 1997 was the pinnacle of hip hop music.
Because we were just before going into the matrix that we are in now.
Yeah.
The simulated reality.
If you do one thing this entire fucking decade, pick up. I mean, if you guys spend $45 to do it,
I'll even take the time to find the album myself and send it to Grandmaster.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that we have it on a YouTube link.
You press play and drink a couple beers and sit back and tell nobody to fuck with you while you analyze this shit. But I'm telling you, these guys.
You take your personal.
These guys had a straight fucking
analyzation and
you line straight to God, into the universe, into every fucking parallel universe at the same time.
It was insane, bro. I have to give Batman credit. That was an awesome album.
It was not just a regular rap album. It was like,
what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Rage Against the Machine being banned from radio?
Well, you know, it's funny because they toured Wu-Tang back in the day. It's all fucking connected. It's the same reason they killed Old Dirty Bastard, because when Wu-Tang lost that epic, the greatest album of all time, and they lost it, he got up on stage and said, Wu-Tang's for the children. You just, Puff Daddy's okay, but you need to listen to this album. He got up on the Grammys and stole the stage.
Yeah, we took up a clip of that and sent it to
from the grocery store soundtrack chick that won.
We took a clip of that and sent it to him at one point in time, where ODB crashes the Emmy.
And the only reason they killed him, unlike the other guys that always stayed sober, he always stayed drunk. He was drunken master. I mean, they're all, kung fu aliases. Well, what happened was, he's like, man, I got back pain. I need to go to New York where the good drugs are. Because this guy stayed on drugs but never had any health problems. He was so fucking hardcore. Well, one guy just walked up into a crowd and had one little styrofoam cup. It wasn't even a fucking red Solo cup. It was an itty bitty fucking cup, 2 inches tall. He said, here, drink this. He was dead the next day. Do you understand now?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they murdered him, but they got away with it because there was no fucking phones to record the shit. There was no you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, that shit wouldn't happen.
Now, it's 1990 about Prodigy.
What was that? No, that was 2004. Oh, okay. Fast forward. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Well, half of Mobb Deep was Prodigy, the other half was Havoc. Well, Prodigy had sickle cell anemia. So, I mean, this guy, been through hell his whole life. He would just feel pain for no reason. Well, now all of a sudden, the official narrative's, his pussy hurts, he choked on a fucking piece of food. at 40 years old. The guy had survived gang shootings and everything. Oh, he choked on a fucking piece of food. Well, you know what? His last interview was on Alex Jones saying he had a album called The Hegelian Dialectic, which was the language of the New World Order. And he had a 3-part series planned. So before he passed away,
a third of it out.
The last album he ever created was called
Hegelian Dialectic.
Hegelian Dialectic, Book 1, Revelations.
Yeah, and I also have the list over here. What the
I don't know if he sent you that album. That album was. It's not on Wu-Tang Forever's level, but it's like.
I'll take the Lag Monster for right now because Book 2 was supposed to be called The Book of Heroin. Book 3 was supposed to be called The Book of the Dead, but he only got the first book out.
And on the app, and you know, on the interview, he's like, "What are they gonna do? Kill me?" And I sat there and thought about that shit at the time. I was like, they probably will. And they did.
And they did 6 months later. As soon as they got their deductive analysis.
This dude was dropping lyrics about in the year 2000 about fluoride in the water and shit in the year 2000.
Shit.
So in 2018, he was 1 or 2 steps ahead, you could say, round down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so the homework assignment is if you don't do anything this whole fucking year, get the Wu-Tang Forever double CD and analyze every track 4 or 5 times in a row. The music, the lyrics, everything. Because these guys were fucking. I mean, they're talking about my everlasting ancestors say flying over Egypt. And just lyrics like that, like holding 9 Picasso pictures. I mean, they would say lyrics like that. It wasn't this, oh, I fucked a bitch, I got a big screen TV. You don't hear any of that shit the whole fucking album.
Yeah, you don't hear, I'm going to...
Now, you hear some, gun violence, New York type shit, but you hear...
But you hear reality
shit.
Stuff.
You hear, like... I mean, just like... I'm just I mean, I don't even know how to even begin.
Don't even know how to begin to explain it because, like I've already stated before, words cannot describe something on that.
Or Capadonna, who's always changing his outfits and that's his whole fucking superpower. Like every time he shows up in a video, he changes 45 outfits in 5 minutes, and he's like, "Hey, yo, this is Beirut. Try to comprehend. Check out my new suit. Dart, Spitfire, pure destruction. Disappear from here." My year, drop the stupid LPs everywhere. I mean, that's like half of the lyrics I can even remember from that.
Trying to wrap it up here, too. But yeah, Grandmaster.
Wow. But I think Master Killer killed it when he said, "Now all pay tribute to this entity, a spark that surges through the undergrowth, overwhelming the populace from the entry. The Wu-Tang dynasty has emerged. From this elite fleet, I was appointed to strike the vital nerve. Mouths tend to utter and speak empty words. Observe the magnetic attraction as we breathe. Sees it, MCs of these fake ass industry niggas feed off. The crow might tend to squeeze off and spray an array of shots that travel downwind, disrespecting my parenthetic pen as I send. The minds of the weak to rise and take power. Eiffel towering over the land as we stand, expanding our cream, $1 to every grain of sand. Let the mind use the physical as planned." That was one verse off my favorite song, For Heaven's Sake.
Yeah, and we're giving all exclusive things like these people said this thing.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, this is up in the levels of Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd in a rap format. It's on that fucking level. And if you don't hear this in your lifetime, I feel sorry for anybody that doesn't hear this shit in their lifetime. It's up there with Nirvana and Nevermind. It's up there with fucking Metallica.
One.
Yeah.
It's up there. No Leaf Clover. Definitely up there.
It's up there with Grateful Dead.
Touch of Grey.
Yeah, it's in that fucking category.
In Wahlburgers, what was that other Traveling Wilburys?
Yeah, Traveling Wilburys, Into the Lines.
Oh, Handle with Care.
Handle with Care.
Yeah,
it's that fucking category, man.
It's on that level of stuff, but it's rap music.
And you won't necessarily hear it the first time, but at the 37th time, you're gonna feel a sharp pain in your balls. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, after double digits times of hearing a song, it's gonna be like, "Oh,
I dismissed rap music in 1995 to 1997 until Cypress 3. This is another important album is Cypress 3.
Yeah, Temples of Boom was awesome.
I mean, he was pissed the fuck off, and he wrote an album about it, and that became an album. So Cypress 3 and Woo Forever, the two-man albums.
And we'll try to put a lid on this now.
I mean, write this shit down, man.
Okay. Okay, which we're at least over an hour.
Yeah, this is Earth Zero with Batman in the background.
And we're going to try to redeem his performance on InfoWars with an actual fucking meme that I'm getting ready to create, which will be a Final Fantasy 1, but every fucking NPC is a fucking protester, and they're all talking super bullshit. But it's all in 8-bit. That's what's going to be fucking crazy. Like, even the blue and white text, like, where they're complaining about the protesters, is going to be like the, you know, like Final Fantasy has that fucking blue window with the white trim around it. I'm going to recreate the 8-bit shit. So it's gonna be epic. It's gonna take about half a week in to create, but I'm gonna do it.
Dang.
And it's become a viral meme. Watch me.
Huge meme. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end this interview, end this talk, and I want to thank Kirk Zero and Batman. Come on here, and I am Grandmaster Evan, the host of the most, the Jedi Master of the Airwaves, and a coffee drinking son of a bitch. And if you've got this transmission, you are the resistance. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and don't forget to hit any comment in it below. All right, I'm Grandmaster Evan. Knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Trips.
Peace out. Revving out.